we owe you an apology.
What?
A guy fought a gorilla. No, a bear. A man fought a bear.
That's right.
They sent it to me. He jumped in the water. Yeah. The black bear, like, see, I don't know why he was in the enclosure with the bear. That's the maddest part.
He's one of my hive, clearly.
He jumped into the water, and then the bear was like, I can swim. You jumping into the river is absolutely crazy. So the bear was like, where am I going to pick you off and deal with this? It got down to a lower level, jumped in the river. The man said, in this river, you are no longer...
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Expect Foolishness.
All right, it was a slow start, but you got there at the end.
Come on, man.
But all right.
Let's get started.
Very good. Hey, you lot, well done.
What's
This
going on,
is
man?
the first time we're in the room, seeing each other since the live show.
Since the live show, man.
How are we all feeling right
Hey,
now?
let's just big up to everyone that was at the live show, first
Yes.
of all, man. Everyone that was in attendance. They made it such a dope vibe, man. For real.
Bro, it was a couple, they just had a child, bro. As in the baby, 6 months. It was the first time out. It's their first time out as a couple, like, and they chose to come to our show. You have to understand, when you're planning your first time out, like, you got a sitter, this is you lot.
Yeah.
They booked the hotel, everything.
That baby care package as well. The baby goes with supplies.
This is what I'm saying.
That's
But
right. It's the
to
big
make
prep.
sure there's a lot of prep that goes into it. As soon as they said that, I was like, wow, like, that's a big moment. So shout out to them as well, because I still couldn't. I was talking to my wife about it on the drive home. I said, you know, someone. It was like they just had their child, like, and it's their first day out.
That was the 17.
Yeah, they're long.
And they was basically saying he's tapped into all our content and stuff like that. So it's like
Wicked.
Coming down was like, he's like, I'm not gonna miss it. He came to my show in Nottingham on my tour as well.
Fire.
Bless, yeah, man. So
That's
yeah,
support,
shouts
man.
out to him, man.
Even
and
the
his
couple
missus.
that we brought on stage, like, the guy that came on stage, he's been with his missus for a long time, you know.
Wait,
we
hold
didn't
on.
ask him a lot of questions. You know, the one that's not ready to get married.
That's the one who came to the tour. He's the one that had stayed at the hotel
Oh,
as
so
well.
it's not them. There's another couple as well. There was another couple that
bro.
was there. Bro, we had
people were
support.
traveling. Yeah, people were traveling.
He's got, like, they got fat, they got kids, everything. They done it, like, got the mortgage, everything. Like, they just haven't got married yet. Like, so when I got more information, I was like, oh, bro, like, you're kind of married.
Yeah, innit?
Like, he got a mortgage and kids.
That mortgage,
bro. That's you lot
Mortgage
married,
and
bro.
kids.
When you're committed to that level,
That's two binders.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You're just waiting for the final thing.
But that was a lot of fun, man. So much fun. Just being in the room, people coming over and telling you, oh, my username, Because you start ringing, all right, I see your comments as well.
Yeah.
It's really cool experience, man. So everybody in other cities, do you know what I mean? We're gonna
We're
expand.
gonna make this happen.
I think we've got to look to you at event regular still.
Yeah, that was the vibe that a lot of people were saying. I was like, look, I don't know why this gonna be like a bi-monthly type event. And I was like, yeah, because
Fully
why
could be.
not pull up on a live? Absolutely. Comedian Junior Booker did his thing as well.
Yeah, shouts out to Junior Booker. Hey, shouts out to Joseph Charm as well.
Yes.
I saw him on Britain's Got Talent.
On Britain's Got Talent.
Doing his thing, fam. And I was like, you know when you just see them young G's coming up and he's just like, nah, man, I like his energy, man. I think he's just a dope guy.
Dope person.
Funny.
Great moments on stage, man.
Oh.
Like, I was genuinely thinking about
Hilarious.
stuff. So when I saw him, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Send him some.
Wally, what was that experience like for you? Because all I was thinking about, I couldn't internalize how I felt about it because I was thinking about your experience. I remember my first show. So, and not like we take it for granted, but we're seasoned.
Oh, no, you guys take it for granted a little bit because you guys are so good. You guys are so like, oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we were. We
was
was ridiculously cool, bro.
Focused. These guys are there just doing camera wars and stuff, and I just thought like, oh yeah.
No, because you know what it is for me, it's the lowest stakes type performance.
Yeah.
That you could do, because acting is like lines in my head. I need to be zoned out. Stand up is like, okay, I'm present, but I gotta stay sharp on what I come to say. Whereas this is like, oh, we're gonna chat with the man here.
You know what's for me? I had a moment where I was fine until I saw a queue of people, and obviously we've done events in the past and stuff. So I'm used to like, oh yeah, there's people, but I'm working essentially. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm behind the scenes. No one's really seeing me anyway. And at a moment, I was about to walk past everyone. I was like, well, I should probably say something because
they're here for you.
they probably recognized me from the pod, right? So I had a weird moment and I was like, did this weird wave. I was like, hi.
The 2-hand wave is crazy, bro.
I went downstairs, I went to the toilet, and it's like I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying. Imagine the toilet's open, and I went to one that was closed. I put it in the door. I was just like, at the moment where I was like,
you're just doing nonsense.
Yeah, I was just.
I knew because I remember my first show. I felt like I could have float home. You know what I'm saying? As in, I was gassed.
Afterwards.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I wonder what's going on in Wale's head right now, because you haven't done that, and then all of a sudden you're on stage, the lights on you, and you're just chatting.
The thing is, I've done like for work events like that, I've done like public speaking type things, but never in that capacity where it's just like it's so much of just me. There's not material that I'm going through. I'm not training people on how to do certain things. It's literally just you and your thoughts in the stage. And I even had to remember myself to like face the audience. I was talking to you, and I was like, oh no, wait a minute, there's people here.
Yeah.
Let me open my body up to the audience a bit. And it's just, every time I looked to the audience, I was like, wow, like, these are real people that obviously have been named for so long online.
Yeah.
Or views that are counted by YouTube, but there's real actual people that come to the show. That was amazing, man. Highlight at the end of it, I was like, hey, it was amazing. You're talking to people, and then it's just like the inside joke. Someone bought Dolmio
That was
sauce.
mad.
Dolomio for Wale.
Someone bought the Dolomio for Wale.
Yeah.
Shout out Brush.
And then someone else reminded me of there's a couple. I think it might be the one you talking about. Reminded me of the song. They're like, oh yeah, this is. They're playing Mario. They're like, oh, this is your song, isn't it?
Your breakup song.
The Mario tunes.
Yeah.
Do you know how mad that is? That's the real breakout trauma that we didn't handle well on this pod. That's probably one of our worst moments as friends. We got a few of those.
We just got to take that L on the chin, fam.
What is funny about it is like the idea that so many people in the room have shared so many moments with us that we don't realize, if you get what I mean. So we talk about things in the pod and maybe it really resonates with you or relates to the experience you've had. But then in the room, it's like reliving it again. It's just,
Bro, the Dolmio being an inside joke and everyone understanding it is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a big inside joke.
Man never come up to me, shook my hand and goes, yo, I'm breaking protocol, but walk on. Just had to say what's up. I had 3 of those handshakes. Man knew that it was a breaking protocol thing. To say what's up to me.
Because I should be really trying to get you the hell out.
Oh, bro. I saw KG giving hugs and that. I was like, look how different we all are in the room.
I was so awkward.
Because I'll be walking straight to the bar and not stop one time on the way to the bar. KG, yo.
I saw that.
Bro, I came to talk to you. Guys, you want to go outside? That everyone's here for us. And they're like, the way he looked at me like, what are you doing, bro?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he looked at me like, and I realized I didn't know why I spoke to Trav like that. Yeah, so like, I looked at Wale like, Wale, what do you want to do? And Wale's like, I feel like he's in between two minds, bro, of what you're gonna do right now, bro.
No, funny because a part of me thought, I'd be sick to meet people, but as I'm talking to people, I'm like, I don't. It's like, will I run out of my social battery like deplete before I get to the end of this?
That's too funny.
So I was like, so I had some good conversations, but I'm like, should I be saving this for when I'm on stage?
Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is be mad charming and funny in these off-cam offshore convos.
Yeah, and then get on stage and then you're just not that But you did it. Bro.
You did a good job, bro.
Honestly say, you smashed that shit. To be like, I could imagine when we weren't, bro, we have to understand how we are sometimes, you know. We got this thing, where we just decide it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It must be infuriating to almost work with that at times. Because it's a lot where he came and said, should we have a briefing about this? And he goes, nah, we're just still on stage. We're just talk, bro. Bro, the way what we did, with Wale, it's a great trial by fire. It was mad what we did.
It is quite mad when you really break and you put it like that, because I'm so used to, like, if I prepare something, not knowing what you're going to do with that. So it's like, if I go, I've planned this whole thing, and you go, yeah, it's calm. Do you want to see it? No. Give it to me on the thing, on like during the show.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, all right, calm. And just trust that that's going to run, where I'm like, wait a minute. This is someone that needs to prep.
Because he tried to do couple briefing. He goes, should we start talking and doing this thing? I go, no, there's a skeleton.
I'm like, no, I got
it. I prefer the skeleton, bro.
I got it, don't worry. It's pattern.
I was like, okay. Well, I'm wearing black anyway, so that's what we hidden.
When I think about the amount of mad situations we've got through on vibes.
Vibes alone. Wait, just the only time that we knew it's not okay is the Lenx Lewis interview, when we realized we have to wake up and deal with everything. We had no location.
Oh, the
On
morning
day that we
of
had
the interview.
The last. Wait, hold
I
on.
was stressed about that.
Waking up at
I don't know
6:30.
where I'm lighting, fam. We only got limited kit. I was like,
Yeah,
That's right. 6:30 in the morning.
not knowing
And
where
we're out
the
late in Vegas, you know. We're out enjoying.
WBC, the last undisputed
champ.
last undisputed champ. Well, not anymore, but at the time, the last undisputed champ. On the morning of the interview, we still had no location that was going to film this at, or how it was going to go.
Yeah.
And that was the first time, like, we woke up early and said, let's sort this out.
Pattern this up, man. No, but hopping into an Uber to not know where we're going was the most wildest thing that could have happened. We're just in this car, and I remember just thinking, why are we going to Target? Kind of like,
Yeah, oh my God.
It's like,
Oh my.
it was the weirdest, but it worked out.
So, again, big up to you, because I think as stand-up comedians, you can almost work in a chaos and it doesn't feel like chaos. It kind of feels normal. So it's like the night's going to be what the night's going to be. We just have to be funny and you'll get away with it.
You know, I think
but asking you to step into that is mental.
I think it was like we did a prayer obviously before. I think that
right.
kind of helps because it was like, okay, we're all on the same page.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, am I not saying enough? Should I be talking more? And I think something that you said to me, which was really, really good advice, which was, don't like try to perform or be funny. Just
that's
be
right.
you. Like, you've done this before. And so I was reminding myself, like, because there's points where I was like, I felt myself almost trying to like play up a little bit.
That's right. That's right.
And I was like, no, do you know what? Just
Because I know how easy it is to think that I've got, now that we're in the room, I've got to go and do more. Where I'm like, nah, bro, just stay at your level. Everyone here has adjusted to your pace already.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the part about podcasting.
Hey, man.
Do you know what's mad?
man, so.
That's dope, bro. Do you know what's this made me think back to my first show? Like, as you said, you know when you think back to the first show?
God.
Bro, you see how I used to be like, before shows, super locked in on some shadow boxing thing. That one day, I was so nervous, it had frozen me, bro. I remember sitting in my seat, head down, and just like counting my set, praying the same prayer over and over and over and over again, counting my set, talking through my set, performing my set to myself in my head, word for word, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember it was Little Man that hosted it. And I remember Little Man Sunday show.
Shit.
And I remember how he introduced me as well. He goes, and I remember, typical me, I was offended. he goes,
Already.
yo, we got a joker coming to the stage. You not ready for a joker? And I remember hearing it and thinking, why is he saying it like that?
'Cause I'm not a joker,
Is he
bro.
saying it like I'm gonna be rubbish? Anyway, I got out there. It was like went really well. I remember my dad was in the audience, filming it on the camcorder. I say filming. He was watching through the camcorder lens. He didn't hit record.
He's done a KG.
He's
I was
watching.
gonna say I heard that before.
He's watching on like through the lens, and afterwards, like I remember looking at him thinking, right, like head nodding. He's like, got it. Afterwards, my mum was too nervous to come inside to just watch the show, so she's in the car outside.
No.
We go outside.
Get
gassed.
the driver.
We go outside, gassed. She's like, how'd it go? And my dad's like, he killed it. And she was like, oh, wicked, can we see it? We're scrolling through this footage and it's just mad home videos. and I was like, I remember just seeing it because the relief that the jokes I thought would be funny worked. I just goes, oh no, it's calm. Don't worry. I can do it again.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that, oh my God, that feeling of just a great show, going home and being like, wow, we did something. And then that's it. Because while I was still looking at it from your lens, I didn't understand what we done. So now it's like, it was late. I had delayed reaction of what we did. Bro, we did a live show. People that listened to this pod, like properly, religiously listened to the show, and they all came out. And I was having these little moments of talking to people, different families and you're like, wow, you lot are connecting with us on a different level. Like, I don't take that for granted.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a big moment. Like, people coming out their way. Bro, someone came from Manchester and then got on the coach to go back that same night.
Wow.
It's a National Express. Brother.
That's powerful, bro. That's powerful.
Like at the end when we were taking photos, that bit was, I think, where we kind of started to sink in for me. I was like, because the idea of I'm so used to being the person taking pics. And I did that, and people were like, oh taking like taking pictures of me. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Do you know what someone said to me on the night was like, it's actually quite surreal that you got three guys on the pod who are talking about, you're not going for the sensational ratchet stuff to make that your thing, but you've got men who are willing to engage in these convos as well. Like,
yes.
And I was just like, I never really looked at it like that. Do you know what I mean? Like one brother was just like, bro, like you don't understand how much you man inspire me in terms of just to keep doing what I'm doing. And I was like, no, I really, that type of stuff I really like, because I'm like, there's so many people that I can remember that inspired me on my journey.
Yes.
So to know that we're somewhat positioned in that way for some people, I'm like, that's
dope.
I love that, man.
Guys, we have to pod.
Let's do it.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about right now. There's a lot of stuff to get into.
Can I just do a quick thing before we start? Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I got a DM from this guy.
Oh shit.
And he's like, yo, bro, I want to create some artwork for you if that's cool. And I was like, okay,
Wow.
cool.
Sick.
And he's like, bro, like, I was at your show, the Travesty Tour, London one. And he goes, I just wanted to get a clear picture of you from that show if I can. I was like, saying what? Is that, bro?
I see Travis's.
I was gassed, bro.
Travis's desktop, he's got pictures ready to go.
Bro,
That's
like these. That's cold.
Hold
you
it
know?
up again. Let's get a proper.
yeah.
Yo.
Let's bring it back a bit closer to your face.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Trav.
That had me gassed, bro. I was like, oh, that's going on the wall, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's cold though.
Yeah, man. That shouts out. Let me shout out his handle still. That's Jartifex. So _ JARTIFEX_. I was like, yeah, bro, big up to you, man. I'll definitely have to shout you out, bro.
Shout out Jarty every single time.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's get into it, man. There's a lot of stuff going on
Let's
right
do
now.
it. Let's do it.
Do we need to say anything about? Maybe it's a bit preemptive. If other people want to send us stuff, or well, you know, it's fine.
Why are you trying to fish for gifts, bro?
This is what I'm saying about is this guy now trying to
this
just
guy.
because your hive. Just because your hive did something, now you want your hive to respond. You got Dolomio, bro.
Wale's
Family can eat, and now you got. And now
Your
you're
son
doing
can
this.
eat without
Your
the
son can
struggle.
eat without the struggle. He said he didn't even buy him that brand. Now you want more.
He said that was too high, bro.
I said I was on-
He said the Domio was too. That's not the. He goes, there's too much bits in that.
There's more,
Too much nice
I said
bits.
there's more steps. There's more steps to that.
Nah, you, bro.
That's like Domio Pro Max.
Too much nice bits.
It's the Domio Pro Max.
Domio Pro Max is crazy, bro.
No, Pro Max Domio.
That's a no special effects. Just the
Alright.
sauce, just the red.
Guys,
Go on.
we owe you an apology.
What?
A guy fought a gorilla.
That's
Well,
right.
no, a bear. A man fought a bear.
That's
They
right.
sent it to me. He jumped in the water. Yeah. The black bear, like, see, I don't know why he was in the enclosure with the bear.
It's
That's
nuts.
the maddest part.
He's one of my hive, clearly.
He jumped. He jumped into the water, and then the bear was like, "I can swim. You jumping into the river is absolutely crazy." So the bear was like, "Where am I going to pick you off and deal with this?" It got down to a lower level, jumped in the river. The man said, "In this river, you are no longer just as good as a bear needs to be."
That's
The
right,
man
bro.
said, "Well, now we're on an even playing field."
Do we have the video?
Started choking out the bear.
Let me see if I
in
can
the-
find this video.
Bro, I
Because
got- no,
someone
was it
said it
was
to
it like
me.
a
Someone
baby
said it to
bear?
me. Someone
Okay.
said, "I think we might owe Trav an apology."
Okay.
Trav weren't fighting this guy in water though. Trav didn't pick the water terrain.
Hey, you don't know
Trav,
what
no,
you don't know what I
Trav.
picked. You don't know what I picked.
You didn't pick the water terrain,
Hey, everybody calm down.
bro.
That street fight,
The
didn't pick that
bear
stage.
learned a lesson.
Everybody calm down. All I said was, it's very possible to defeat a bear. And there it is, video footage of a man putting business on this bear, bro.
Man sent it to me. .05. 1 second. I've got the video
Lovely.
here.
Send it over to Wale, fam.
All right. Wait. There you go. Share to Wale.
Because you lot don't know the terms I set for beating up the bear. For you lot to tell me I was chatting nonsense.
All right. Copy link. There you go.
Listen, man.
No, when I saw this,
some of us just have a different
choked
type of
out
belief.
The bear. Bro, do you know how mad it is to choke a bear out? 1 second, there you go.
You just gotta believe in yourself.
That's beyond belief, bro. Wale, I sent it to you just now.
You said help the bear.
Yeah, help the bear, bro. Because what my brother did. Oh, so it flashes with camera. Ah, wicked. Okay, cool. Good to know. Not the camera. Yeah, put it on the main screen. Can you do it?
I can, but it's not going to do it the way I want it to do. 1 second. Let's do it this way for now.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as they can, as long as we can see it.
Okay, cool.
All right, here you go.
He said, "Oh shit,
Turn off the audio. Turn off the audio. No, we don't need it. So imagine now, look at him stalking. Bear says, yeah, I'm an apex predator. Look at that. He goes in the easiest part, jumps in, but he misjudges the man that he's going up against. Original crackhead. In the water. There you go. Big dive.
Boom.
Gets behind him.
Counter.
And decides to ground and pound. Bro's choking it out like Khabib. Bro, look at this.
Tremendous work. Look at that.
The Bear's uncomfortable because the Bear's like, there's a crowd and I should be winning this. Then he starts swinging. No, bro, he starts punching it up.
That's right. He tried to take it another way.
And the Bear says, it's long. You're different, you.
That's right.
And he climbs out.
And he looked at the crowd and went, you lot shut up though. Dickhead. About. Don't try to go like, I don't know who he is.
I will mash you lot up. This you's just different. Anyone that climbed into enclosure, he's already tapped already. So the Bear's thinking, he challenged me a bit being in my area. Because the zoo, like, I'm already like, I haven't got the rights I expected. And now he's
the Bear said uncle.
Rights.
That Bear said uncle because he walked off on a peaceful acceptance that, yeah, nah, you got it.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
you. That's all you, my guy.
Was that a young bear though? And I know that sounds.
Hey, stop this. You lot are trying to force it. When I say to you, bears can be defeated,
You're not beating that bear out like that.
you lot don't know what I
can't
got.
even swim.
Did he swim in there though? He was just fighting. That's low water.
Bro, you think he ain't treading water at times?
It's low water, bro.
You're gonna be
Man will
worried
manage-
about
man will
being in the
manage
water.
that.
You'll be remember, you don't swim, so now you're gonna not swim and fight a bear
I float well.
with fear.
Absolutely.
The idea of you floating and looking at bears.
Floating well is great. Floating and wrestling.
well and wrestling
You know the
as
bones are more
well.
dense, so it's like he's not even floating properly. You're like,
When that thing starts swinging whilst I'm floating, the off balance thing is gonna be so scary, bro.
That story is the most. I had a fight with a bear and
And
won.
one.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Because if someone hits you with that, you just go, shut up, man. And he goes, no, look, watch this. And he whips that video out. Straight away, I'm looking at him very differently as a friend.
I don't think we could be friends. There's a part of that because
It
I've got
changes.
too many questions.
No, but not just that,
How
but
did you end up in that enclosure, bro?
not just that, yeah. But how, like, do you have friends, like, say, see you have Craig Richards?
Yeah.
You know Craig, that's,
Yeah.
we both know Craig, but you, man, go back
Yeah.
way further. If you, man, are debating heavy, like, you see how some debates, they peak up with the man, them. If your debate is getting heavy and he's like, no, I'm saying to you, and you're listening to that debate and it's like, someone's tapping like, hey, Jay, calm down, man. And his temper's kind of like, but the topic is still a topic.
Yeah.
Does it make you maybe wind your stance down just
If
a
I
little
know
bit?
you fought a bear successfully.
No, if you know you're a professional fighter and you're capable of mashing up all of us
This
in
is
this
what
room.
I'm saying. Yeah, if I know, because that other guy, I'm putting him on the same level as AJ. The one that fought the bear, I'm telling you right now, if he says, you know what, shut up. I'm saying, raw. You don't have to talk to us like that though, bro. Like,
Why you take it so serious?
why
Straight
you,
diplomacy.
like, that's the problem with us black people, because we should be sticking together.
Now, being
and
friends-
now you're doing this.
Being friends with high level fighters is crazy, you know?
Yes, because one umber.
You can't debate the same. Like, your friendship is not as genuine. Like, we can scrap in here. On a phone call, our debates can be end to end. But with them, man, it's just like, nah, that don't make no sense though. You're just like, no, shut up, bro. He's like, what do you mean shut up? You're like, bro, obviously I'm joking. And he's like, no, I don't mean like, I'm saying, what do you mean shut up? Like, I'm making a good point. You're like, oh.
Hey, but amongst friends, there's a level of shut up here where it's like, what do you mean by that? Do you know what I mean? There's a shut up where it's just like banter. There's a shut up where it's like,
What's the shut up that's across the line for you? That's a line, that's a habitual line stepper for you.
someone looks you in the eye and says, "You shut up, man."
What? That's your one
That's you.
noise.
Because that's different, and it's not even. It's like you've gone
He's
outside of
isolated you from the room.
and you've gone outside of the vibe of the conversation to make a point.
Yeah,
If
specifically
it's like,
about me.
Nah, shut up, man. That's that one's like, okay, cool. But if it's too directed, what about you?
My one is, well, we have a problem. We have a problem. Early. We have a problem. Very, very
If
quickly.
it's getting to this.
My one, we have a problem. We definitely have a problem. And remember, I'm the happy guy, right? You know if you upset me. Oh my God. And it's so different to who you meet a different person.
I've seen it.
You meet I promise you
The
meet somebody
pace change.
that you wasn't ready to meet.
We didn't see it coming.
Look at me, bro. I'm cool. Oh, That
like,
person.
Shadrach was only like 3/4 a character. 3/4 made up in it.
That person is
Guns and pork, guns and pork. It's like even when he gets pissed off, the tune plays guns and pork, guns and pork, guns and pork, guns and pork.
And then I remember when I got mad with someone, road race situation, and I was in front of the person's car, but I put my leg in front of the whip, like, you know where the bumper goes, as in you're not moving past me. My leg in front of the bumper. Why did I think my leg could manage acceleration?
That's audacious.
No, but I said you're not going anywhere. The guy was trying to move. I just put my leg there, like my leg can't be taken
That's
out.
hilarious.
You're not, what you mean? Where you going, bro? But then when you get back in your whip and you remember what mad thing you just done, I think to myself, yeah, that's the only thing. Because if I'm not one to get angry quickly. I don't have a short fuse, but get me there. Whoa. Even my wife is gassed in it. You know how she leads from the front and that. If she knows she'll just chill. Everyone relaxes. But then at least we understand. I will not get there. You
for nothing
done something.
That's right.
I've allowed it a lot. I must have allowed it a lot. But then I'm not telling you I've allowed you. That's my biggest issue. So I'll be counting your disrespect
and just adding it up.
That
All
makes
right.
sense now, because I remember when we went out here, and some guy was talking to me again. He goes, "Is he alright? Is he okay? Are you okay?" And I was just like, "Bro, it's cool, it's cool."
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
it made sense now because he's seen the guy talking
too much,
and he's like, "This guy's doing too much." And then he came over. He just put his hand like, you know, like, it was like Bane where he goes, "You feel like you're in control."
Yeah.
I felt bad for the guy. I was like, "No, it's cool, it's cool."
That's so funny.
Yeah, when I get into ignorant mode, hey,
You know, for me, yeah. So my thing is, I'm like, anytime I've lost my temper,
Send you
my
another video,
temper
Wale.
catches people off guard because of how much it's so like against my temperament.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? So someone will be chatting to me and I'm happy to be calm. So if someone's done some shut up thing, I'll just be like, Raj, you mean that's how you're talking to me? Like, I will be calm in these moments. I realize my trigger is other people that I care about. That's when
family member.
you can't talk to my sister, my bro. It's immediate, bro. Whereas with me, I'm happy to, until it's a physical thing, I'm happy to talk in the bullshit.
Yeah.
Really, you would do that? You think that that's how it would go? Like, I'm happy to, but when it's someone else, bro, I can't manage it, bro.
Me and Books argued about that one time. She tried to do a road rage thing and she got out the car
For someone else?
to man them. And I said,
wow.
when she got back in the car, I said,
So then you stayed?
No, because I called her. I said, babes, are you crazy? Like, she was heads gone. She was heads gone. I said, babes, we argued because like I was mad.
That's wild.
I was mad at her, but she didn't understand why I'm mad at her. I said, babes, I will risk it all. Yeah, what you did was beyond dangerous. I will go to jail for you in the speed that you won't even understand. So what you've done right there is you put everyone at risk.
That's right.
With your movement of stepping out this car was so stupid. Like I was so mad at her. She's like, what? Then obviously you know like she didn't, because she's more of a quick fuse.
Okay.
But she'll be on it though. I said, that's not, you
That
can't
run.
do. I said, never in your life do that again.
Do you ever used to have rules, yeah? Like for me, I know that my road rage would be captive to families in the car.
Yeah.
But if I'm by myself, I'll pull over. I need eye contact.
Yeah.
What you just done was nuts. So one time, who was I chatting? No, speed awareness course. And I must have made a little friend on the day. Like, you know, you just sat there, couple banter, me and him were chatting.
Bro, could have killed someone.
Yeah. So he goes, where did your speeding thing happen?
Yeah.
And I was like such an idiot. Dumbest answer I've ever given in my life to any question. He goes, where did you get flashed? I goes, I was on A46. And he goes, that goes right around London. I was like, in my head I was like, why'd you do that? Fucking idiot. It does. So then he's like, so we start chatting. I was just like, I goes, yeah. He goes, was the family in the car? I was like, no, I don't really drive like that when the family's in the car. He goes, why? I goes, no, it's just like if I'm by myself, then I'm like, yeah, no, I might give it some. He goes, they need you alive though.
It's so true.
I was just like,
It's so true.
bro, from then it just calmed me down as a driver.
you know
It's calmed me down entirely. I don't play games, bro.
I think I get annoyed, but I'm scared of ever being in a place where I feel like I'm not in control. So I think I'll almost always leave a situation if I see it escalating before it gets there, because I don't ever want to be in a situation where I feel like I'm justified in being angry.
Are you talking about driving or just in general life?
In driving, driving, I'll give it some. And I'll be like, well, let's see what you're going to do in it. Like, pull up next to me. All right, what are you going to do? And I'll see. But there's a part of me, I don't really want it to be in a place where I feel like I'm doing something ignorant. And
at this stage of life. At this stage of life.
When someone drives and pulls up beside you in their car, yeah, at what point do you go to the glove compartment and take out the gloves? You know the driving gloves.
Is that in your arsenal of maneuvers, bro?
Hey, please tell me, have you ever done that? Because when you had the TT, was it the TT or
the TT?
When you had the TT, yeah.
But the main thing is,
did you ever?
No, they would have been on from a long time if he's already
start
driving.
with the gloves on.
Of course he does.
Bro, he's got the driver man.
And you know the back of the palm is out.
Yeah, that one.
Of course.
He's got those ones, bro.
I hate this narrative.
I hate the fact
gloves,
that he turned up to go karting, yeah, with the wickedest go karting overalls, his own ones. Like
your own go karting overalls,
go karting shoes things, the go karting shoes. I didn't place on the podium.
No, do you know what's? Do you know what's only second place to that level of awkwardness is people with their own bowling shoes. Hey, you didn't even know they bowl like that.
Bowling shoes is a scam, you know. Why don't we need them no more? Why don't they say what size are you and stuff?
Well, you don't need them no more.
No, go and bowl. You never needed them.
Wait, hold on. So no one.
We never needed bowling shoes. The clown shoes that we had had to wear.
Nah.
There ain't no sensors in them.
People are using.
It was a scam.
People are still making you wear those, bro.
I think it was more about marking the fall, probably. You know.
No.
Maybe it was about marking the fall.
You didn't need bowling shoes.
Bowling shoes are still being worn, bro.
Where?
I don't think they are. You know.
Bowling places. When's the last time you bowled?
Recently.
What bowling?
At least.
But where did you go though?
Was it like a
Hold on.
thing?
Wait, have you been bowling? Did you have any shoes that you had to bowl on?
I don't know what.
Pearly Waves bowling where they had the shoes.
Was it a broke thing where you went? Was it a mashup place? No, because if they ain't got the shoes, then that might be them.
To Lane 7 and all these other places. No shoes. Will,
I'm not rolling.
Bowl? Have you been bowling like in the last 2 years or something? Did he wear the match shoes?
No, Tempin doesn't let you. Well, Tempin and Pearly don't really let you. What's it called? Wear bowling shoes.
I bowled in the last.
gone.
I taken my son bowling and we've worn the shoes.
Because you
Both
still
of us.
live in the sticks. They haven't even realized that you don't need them no more.
What do you mean you don't need them?
You're in the ends where they sent all the shoes there.
God, that's funny.
Apparently, the requirement in 2014 was removed as long as your shoes were normal, i.e., not high heels. So apparently, it's
That's
Got scammed.
That's funny.
Bowling
Bro.
shoes. Bowling. That was a scam from the beginning.
That's so funny.
You paid extra money to be scammed out, bro. Because we thought it was a sensor thing, but they didn't have the wicked technology then to see if your foot went over the line.
I hear it
so
still.
you just was wearing clown shoes for no reason.
And nobody-
You had to give them your crepes for no reason, bro. And they spray whatever in it. And
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
bro. Yeah. I saw this clip that I wanted to play for you guys. Wally, did you get it? There you go. This is, you know how, and this guy, like, I gotta give him his credit still. What is his name? Tarags. That's it. You got it? So how parents turn everything into a life lesson. Yeah?
I already know that's gonna be hilarious,
Bro. Because parents be doing too much sometimes. You know when they just want to talk to you.
But what's mad is when I'm guilty of this as well, bruv. When I'm driving my daughter home, I'll be turning anything into a lecture, boy. Oh my days.
And you just talk normally. Like, let's just have a free. You know when you're having like a light bands chat and it turns into this is why I need to show you.
And it could be anything, bro. I'll pivot the convo into a lecture. Like, and it'd be the most subtle lecture. In my head, it feels subtle, but I literally feel her. She might be on her iPad or something. All of a sudden, she just turns off, and now she's like locked in because she knows he's not gonna stop talking, so I can't watch what I want to watch.
Yeah. I gotta finish this. Like,
Oh,
so
man.
how could it? Like, how will it start? What are you talking about with her when this happens?
So it's
So
like,
how could we accidentally end up in one of these?
so she might, she'll talk about like one of her performances or something, yeah?
Yeah.
And be like, oh yeah, no, this one we came in first place and da-da-da. And I was like, oh, that's wicked, man. And I said, and straight away I'm just like, so this is why I'm always like, I'm so proud of you because all these years where I always say, give your effort. Like I always say to you, I don't care about the result as long as you go hard and give 100%. Because I remember when you first started and da-da-da-da, and now look at you and da-da-da-da-da. And then I go into an example of when I did something and I'm just like, and I remember when I first started the course, and it's something that it's always good to stick with you because on your way, you just never know when this skill. Brother.
He's doing a motivational set.
Brother, I will, and it happens so effortlessly, and I'm just like, oh my days, I am my death. Because I don't do this with the man, them.
The matter how so next time, make sure you do
KG be like, brother, I bagged the role. You see that? Because you worked hard in the preparation and you rehearsed. Remember when you told me you wanted that role and you bagged it? I don't do that. Nothing in me wants to have that combo, bro.
I say it's enough. I tell enough, bro. It's enough.
Oh, bro, it's funny.
Run it. Let's go.
Yeah, go on.
Rushing back because I got this movie on. I didn't want to. This was that deep to you. I want to say it. I'm going to the remote. Let me put this in perspective. She tried to walk into the kitchen first. Your mom did. She ain't see the wet spot. So then she slipped in it. Now she dead. Her neck right on the counter. Then I come in. I see my woman, the mother of my kids, on the ground. I go to pick her up so I can take her to the hospital. I ain't see the wet spot. I slipped. Now I'm dead. Now your sister, she walked into the kitchen.
Oh my days.
Both the bodies of her parents, scarring her for life. Years passed since she grew up without a father figure. Now she's selling her body. She met a pimp named Carlos. He ends up beating her and giving her AIDS. Whoa. Okay, follow me along. Because of the abuse and traumatized because of the death of me and her mom. She decided to get strung out on crack. So now, your sister is a prostitute crackhead with AIDS that's been abused. And both of your parents are dead. Because you wanted to rush and watch TV. Now tell me, was that worth it? That's not what I'm trying to do. It's decisions like that you don't get. You're killing your family. You're killing your family. You just want to kill us. I can pass you my gun and you can do it already. All right, we don't need the extra steps. I'm not trying to do that. I just didn't see it ruin your family because you want to rush.
Listen, that guy is hilarious, bro. He's got this.
But he make things out. You know when, when I thought the puddle was gonna puddle, bro, man lost his wife, man lost the parents. Yeah, daughter's life was
AIDS,
mental. Oh, because and then, bro, but sometimes you know when they act, parents can act as if the ramifications of this thing that you forgot to do, like you forgot to take the chicken out. And how that's gonna affect on everybody in the house.
Listen,
everybody's life has changed at this moment because of this minute thing that is.
He's got another skit, yeah. No, that's for real. We gotta salute his brother. He's
wicked,
funny,
very funny.
He's got this skit, yeah. I feel like it's on his YouTube channel. I can't remember. He basically goes the actor who's playing like obviously serious roles, but he doesn't care about serious issues. So the journalist is like, wow, so you played a slave in this movie, man. Congratulations. He's like, yeah, man. Like, I just wanted to feel passionate about this type of story. He goes, wow, so so what are your thoughts on modern slavery being something that still happens in the world today? And he goes, wait, what? I didn't know that was still the case, but shout out to them. He goes, shout out? That's crazy. What? Bro, the sweat is dripping down my man. And he snaps. It's like, I don't care. All right? I just care about these fucking numbers. Bro, the guy's a genius, bro. I find his stuff super funny, fam.
Absolutely brilliant, man. But yeah, shout out to you, brother. Have you not got in trouble for something you didn't feel that you deserve to be in trouble for?
Something I didn't feel.
Like family, like just something silly, like, like you and your sibling stuff where do you lot are making a big deal out of this? Like, it's not worth. We're getting too far with the punishment right now.
Oh, I can't think of nothing now, but I know, you know, you think back to your childhood and you just like a random memory unlocks. You're the oldest sibling, right?
No, I'm not. No.
Okay, cool. So I'm the oldest, right?
Yeah.
Me and my brother, when we was little, he used to scrap. He's 8 years younger than me, but this guy had some fighter in him that was just different, bro. So he's down for the scrap. I used to mash him up. But you know when you always know that moment where your siblings they're at that snitch status.
Yeah.
Bruv, I used to grab him and just be like, hey. And I used to say the same thing every single time that I'll get man out of jail. I'll be like, hey, we mans. We don't snitch. That we mans, I don't know, the effect that had on him, yeah, he would immediately go,
I want him to watch this video back and see where he was manipulated, bro. That's manipulation at the highest level, bro. Bro, that's like...
Bro. Nah, you don't understand. Don't know he was on smoke, bro. If we one of was, it's like, listen, we both was on nonsense, bro. We might as well just man it out. Fighting. More time him, fam.
Oh, and then after you would, okay, then you just beat him.
So now it's just like, brother, come on, man. Yeah, it's snitching. We mans, bro. You know what I mean? We sat there scrapping.
I remember there was a time, where I was supposed to go get a haircut. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I was supposed to get a haircut. Kid. That's crazy. That's
because I'm thinking.
I saw what you did there.
I'm thinking you're bored your whole life. What is this?
So 6-year-old me, 7-year-old me had the drawback. I'd be 7 with a drawback.
Bored at 7 is nasty.
Nah, I don't even feel comfortable. You was crazy, and the fact that I was like, yeah, me makes me sick as well.
Because I didn't know what age you put the story at.
No,
I didn't know where the story was at.
No, I was young, bro. As in I don't know, 7 or something.
But sometimes you see kids when they're young, you can tell the boredness is coming for them.
No, I weren't one of those youths. Like I weren't. Bro, what's going on?
Boredness coming for a child is crazy.
There's boredness in your life. You know when you prophesy, there's boredness in his life.
No, wait, but I understand what you said. Yeah, puberty isn't even there yet. He's
That's mad. No. I weren't a drawback youth.
Your days are numbered.
You're saying your days are numbered. But sometimes you can see it in little youths though.
You can see the shape.
Not gonna. It's long for you.
That's not a longevity build.
They say the corners are going back already.
The corners are Vegeta at 11. Get this man out of here.
Nah, but then what you can actually see in some kids' lives early.
Going techie at 11 is nasty work.
The corners are over 9,000.
Kakarot.
Yeah, you lot got me still.
The power level is decreasing. Man, looking at you with the glasses. The power level is 9,000. Kakarot.
He's holding clippers, and the clippers is just like losing power.
Say my hair need a sense of bean, yeah?
Oh,
that's crazy.
Piccolo just looking at you like this.
It's not getting involved. All right, check it out though. So I was getting, and I was the kid that always was.
That
I don't even feel comfortable about this conversation. Is this how you lot react?
No, he's busted up.
Say less. You know,
that's bad.
I'm at a stage where I'm not even sure I want to tell this anymore, bro.
Nah, go on, bro. You started. You have to finish this
still, but there's a lot happened on the journey to the story still.
Piccolo is crazy.
Nah, let's move on.
Krillin and them, man. Sorry.
I said Kakarot.
Go.
Ride a car, bro.
Nah, go, bro.
Nah, so imagine I was the kid that they would, annoying child, you'd give me something, like I went to go buy school shoes one time, left them on the bus. Yeah. So I lost them on the same day that I was going to buy them.
So jarring.
Yes, annoying. I don't know how they dealt with me, bro. But then there was I went to go get a trim on the way to get my hair cut. I just lost the peas. So my mom was like, I came back home and was like, go and find your money. Don't come back here until your hair is cut. Brother. You know when you go and retrace your steps, yeah? They see me outside the barbershop. I'm walking past the barbershop bare times, and I thought I'm just going to walk past so depressed, like they'll feel sorry for me and cut my hair. Bro.
Sympathy trip.
Did that work?
15 times. I just kept saying, hey, look, man, what's wrong?
No.
Wait. He's just there like.
I was looking around.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question. You see, when you turned around and did the look, yeah, was you doing your best to give them the Oxfam face?
Oxfam face.
That is crazy.
I did have it. I had the oxygen, bro. I looked at him because I was, my mom's gonna be so mad. And she said I had to have a haircut by the time I come back.
This guy's giving him the poverty eye contact.
I'm thinking the poverty. I goes, I don't know where the money is. And £5 a lot of money. £5 a lot of money if you don't make your
That
own
was
money.
the price for a trim back then.
£5, bro. And I was getting past. I went past Lance Shop bare times, bro. Like, and I
So
saw
what, you holding eye contact? How are you getting this off? I'm trying to work out.
No, because I was like, should I go?
Because them
in?
men are chatting.
Yeah, they're chatting, but they, you know, when you see local man looking past, and I'm doing, you know, when you're looking through the window,
Yeah,
but
them
looking
man,
for the
they be
money.
like, "Oh,
I'm
look
in
at
there doing that one.
Oh, that's
You know, so I'm looking for my money through the.
he's trying to find his joy. He's trying to find his joy.
Like, I went past bare times, and then the guy was like, "What's wrong? I've seen you walk past so many times." And then that's when I just told them, like, I was sad, I was distraught, because I was like, I need to get this haircut. My parents won't let me back in without a trim. Are you with me? So then I'm doing that extra one, and then he goes, "Don't worry, I'll sort it." And I didn't want to hear "pay next time," because that means I'll never be at this barbershop ever again. You know what I want? If it's pay next time, I'm in debt to this barbershop, because every time I'm like, when I'm never gonna have £10.
So how
I'm never
did,
gonna have £10 to pay for this.
so this became the arrangement?
No, he just this one. He just allowed me. He said, he didn't say pay next time. I didn't want to hear pay next time, because I would have turned it down.
Yeah, okay.
So I was just there. So I gave it. It's awesome.
This man said, I do you a favor, but I don't do credit.
So I thought, yeah, Oxfam face definitely. And then got that trim, went home and said, but I didn't even. They didn't ask me like how, like if I found the money or not. They saw the trim and there was no more questions to be asked.
Of course, because that's what they gave you the money for.
That's mad though. I went through a lot though to do that. Like, I always thought there was going to be a conversation of what happened.
No,
You know, your family going to ask you important questions like, you sent me out to look for the money. I'm back with a haircut now. Do you not want to ask where was it or how this happened?
Oh, so they didn't even do the follow-up story.
I came in and said, "That's just that. Go to bed."
Oh, that's hilarious.
And this is probably like a 3-hour trim or something.
Yeah,
It was late, bro. It was me looking for peas. You're not gonna find it. But he did. How are you gonna send the kids to look for money that is no longer in their pocket? And I don't remember where I put it.
That is very funny though.
Where? Someone saw £5. It's their days up.
Nah, he's hopped on a line. That's the only way he could have.
5-day pass.
That's mad. Something.
What?
Something that happened to me once though. I remember we went to Toys R Us back when that was a thing, and my mom was gonna get me a bike, and I was so gassed. But then
BMX. Not taking a piss.
You know it.
she's gonna get
Not
me
taking a piss.
She's gonna get me a mountain bike,
Okay.
and I was gassed. Tried on the bike, sat on it. I was like, alright, cool.
Pause, man.
Hey,
Pause.
yo.
Is this guy alright?
Hey.
Yeah, but
Talk about what you're talking about, bro. Why are you getting weird?
Bicycle.
That's crazy.
I tried out the bicycle.
Okay,
cool.
That's crazy.
So, but I don't know how it happened. My mum asked for the door key, and I was like, "Oh, you know, check one pocket, check the other pocket." Then you start checking places you didn't even put the keys.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the keys. My mum was vexed. She
Don't
said,
tell me.
"When I
No.
get to the back."
See, that's out of order.
But when I tell you that I didn't get a bike again, yeah. Next time I got a bike, I think I bought it myself.
Wait, hold on. So you lot left the house. You was in Toys R Us
Yeah.
to buy a bike at that very moment. She said, "Where's the keys to the house?"
I think she's asked me for something, and I was holding something for her, and then she said, "Have you got the keys as well?" And I was like, yeah." No. Looked at the store, couldn't find them, and then she was annoyed, and then she was just like,
We're getting home.
"Yeah."
And you was already on the bike, like you already.
That's
like,
horrible.
Oh, I saw the bike. I think
That's trauma, you know.
That's a lot of trauma.
That's
still.
a lot of trauma, bro. Like, did you talk to her about like, Rod? That was a big consequence. Like, I didn't get the
That's
bike.
an unnecessary consequence.
Like, why was you getting the bike?
But you know
What
that
did
you know
do
that
for
is
it?
you know what it is. She didn't want to buy that back, and
price.
anything you did was going to be enough for it to cancel it.
What if she had the keys?
What if mommy had the keys?
I'll be savage.
What if mum had the keys, bro?
What's funny is I was thinking, like, I've got
that's-
siblings, and there's a few of us. And I was like, she's buying one bike, but I was like, well, that's their problem. I'm getting a bike, innit?
Oh, you was never getting that bike.
That was for everybody.
Your mum went into the bike shop, into Toys R Us, and the lie went too far. So she was gonna buy a bike for just you and all your siblings in the house that don't have bikes as well.
No, I figured they'll just get a bike eventually, or share the bike or something.
Oh no!
And guess what? I
had
know
you.
this is a trauma moment for you, yeah?
She
He
had
was
you.
not getting a bike that day. Hey, Wale,
The play was crazy. The play was crazy.
She played that play that she had.
Horrible game plan.
Was nasty.
Because I did think, why is this punishment going on for so long?
This punishment is too much. It's too much for this.
Because you think, okay, after about a month maybe, the back should be back on the cards now.
Just no.
The back.
No.
Where
You know why.
Where was you? Did you leave the house with intention to go to Toys R Us, or do you say, Toys R Us, let's stop?
My memory begins with, a bike, and ends with, where's the keys? And no bike. That's it.
Bro, the trip is for the back, you know? Yeah. That means all...
Bro, think about it, yeah? As a
this is horrible, bro.
Child, your parents don't go to Toys R Us casually. Like,
you don't stumble into Toys R Us.
Have you spoken to your mum about this?
You need to walk back this convo still.
You need to talk to her.
There's some trauma left in that.
These are the ones when you want to call your mum and say, Mum, like...
What's with that?
Like, why did you get me the bike? Because sometimes there's conversations that you have with your mum to say, bro, like...
What happened there?
Why did you do that, though?
That's a mad one still.
Like... I've walked back since, though. So.
Have that conversation with her and come back to us.
There's still trauma in there.
Just for content.
No, yeah. Because if she brought you in there as a pump fake, that's crazy, bro.
That's the wildest pump fake ever.
I got a mad story still. This one is like a basketball one. So imagine, yeah, where like it's my last year at the uni, right?
Yeah.
And our team is so I was on the second team for that season, and we went out second round of playoffs, but the first team was gone to the playoffs. So they're like last 8 or 16 booster championships. And the coach is like, open season for everybody to play for the spots that's going to go to Sheffield, where everybody is balling out. Like, this is probably the highest level basketball I've been involved in, because everybody's like attacking each other for the spots, basically. Not attacking, but we're all competing. Yeah. So we finished that final practice. That night, the players go home, everybody check their phones, because the text is going to come to say if you made the team. Right, so that way we're not doing it awkward face to face.
Yeah,
everyone goes home, bruv. I'm putting my phone in, all making sure the signal is there, like it's a big one. Wake up next day, no text. I'm like, cool. I go uni, like is what it is, business as usual. I get the call, my coach on the phone. Hey, Trevor, you want to go to Sheffield? I was like, wait, yeah, brother, rush home. He's like, yeah, cool. I see you up there. I'm like, frotted. I leave my lecture, bro. I leave straight home, pack my shit. Hey, I made a team. Pack my shit, bro. I paid for my own train ticket up there, bro. Get there, up in Sheffield now. And I'm phoning the man. I'm like, right, like, how do I get to the hotel? Da, 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 da. And like, my boy is telling, I can't get through to the coach. My boy, Tim's, he's like, yo, yeah, it's here. Da, da, da. So I meet them, man. Get there, and it's just like, I never forget the look my coach gave me. Was like, like what the fuck, bro? Maz walks in on some, yeah, brother. I'm like, what? This energy's crazy. But
did they try to give us the team,
bro? They've gone up as a team. I've come up on my own. Get there, yeah.
That's the red flag,
brother. It's the hot, bro. Listen, so we're there now, and I'm like, I'm looking around, thinking, all right, calm. So I look around, I see that there's 11 of us here, 12 spots on the team. This does make sense in my head. So cool, but I'm not seeing my name on the paperwork. So I'm like, what's going on? Come to find out, he phoned man on Bants, bro, expecting me to say, nah, man can't make it. My brethren, he told me, he goes, yo, coach is like, he goes, he's supposed to shout you back. But he didn't shout you. And I was just like,
wait, he called you as a banter to the rest of the team?
Banter thing, bro.
Wait, he thought it was funny that you thought you would make the team?
Brother, listen. Brother, the violation was mad. And I'm sitting there in this feeling.
Hold on, wait.
Brother.
Wait, stop. Because I need to ask important questions.
Go for it.
Oh. So he was with the man there.
Bear in mind.
Wait, no.
Go.
Let me understand it. Just so I can really understand for effects.
This is the nastiest work, bro.
He was with the team that he selected in his mind and he knew was playing. He thought, do you know what would be funny? Let me call a guy that really wants to play with the team and is trying his hardest to get to the league in the NBA. Brother. And he can't go Sheffield. Bro, this is all you ever wanted to decide for.
Brother.
So he calls you on Bants. Hey, Trav, while the team was there.
On nonsense.
Loudspeaker.
Coach,
That's a bad
Coach
coach.
Solomon, fam.
Anyone on your way? You were just like, I'm locked in.
I just
I'm
went,
on
bro.
the train. You didn't like say, hey,
I didn't
random,
phone.
I'm coming up.
Oh, the ticket! It's not even a 1 to 6 travel card.
Brother, this was Sheffield, bro. I got the first thing smoking, bro.
Oh, hey, it was peak time. Was it
Brother.
your peak ticket?
Ah, it doesn't
You
matter,
think I
bro.
cared?
No, it doesn't matter. Peak ticket.
Get into Victoria. Go into one of the major stations and saying Sheffield, please.
Now, run it.
Where'd you go, Victoria?
I can't remember.
King's Cross.
That's
Idiot, man,
how-
this nasty work.
This was the
Because that
maddest-
was, bro, that trip. So, did you play?
No.
Fuck off.
The last spot, he had put his name down, fam.
Coach wanted to play. No, but let me ask you this.
Go on.
Did you still play for that team?
Did I
That
still
was
play
the
for
end
the
of
team?
your. That was the end of
That
your
was my
journey.
final season there anyway.
Good, because you're having a laugh. I'm
Yeah.
a strongly worded letter. There has to be something that happens because
That
you're
was
not
mad.
treating me like this, and you need to. Did he apologize for that?
He did. Like, you know the man there, he's like, them
It's a
toxicity,
uncle-
man. Yeah,
uncle
yeah, yeah.
apology.
His apology was him saying, hey, man.
Was him blaming you?
Yeah, no. He goes, hey. He goes, look. He goes, I was just joking, but he goes, if we win, your name is gonna go on the rafter thing.
You want?
And I was thinking to myself,
You don't want that championship.
that don't mean shit to me,
Don't you,
bro.
Trav?
Yeah, I was like,
That
that's
championship
not,
is
I didn't play.
worthless.
But nah, that was a madness,
Did you
fam.
not win?
Nah, I think
You
crashed
didn't
out in the
want it.
semi-final.
Be honest, you didn't want them to win, innit?
Nah, remember, it's my boys, innit? So I'm not. I don't want them to lose. So nah, I was rooting for them to win. Honestly.
You know what? Better man than me.
Oh right.
I want them to get, bro. I wanted to get swept. I want us. You see that reason that we came here?
Say, what's that?
I want us to
shit.
get swept. You wouldn't know it, cause I'll be the best teammate in my heart. In my heart, because I want you lot to feel we wasted time coming here, like I did.
I hear
You're
you.
way better than me, bro. Oh my,
That's one of those.
straight up.
Yeah.
You lot. Anyway, we're gonna go over to the other side, but we got stuff to talk about. There's that
Yeah.
movie talking about sinners. Talking about-
How? No, how?
We're
Because
talking about the
okay,
deal.
okay, cool.
And we're going to talk about sinners from the deal perspective, from the Kugler deal, and we're talking about Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes.
She done that interview. So talking about that, but before you go, if you're saying to yourself,
there's one more
I
clip.
want to watch boxing, yeah, there's a big fight coming up. Conor Ben versus Eubank Jr. It's a massive fight. We're in Shoreditch. Make sure you get there.
this
It's gonna
Saturday.
be brilliant. This Saturday, tickets in the bio. I know we're like, Ro, telling you to come out all the time, but we just do a lot of stuff. So them good moments of just connecting. If you're watching the fight, why not watch the fight with us? It's gonna be lit. Hope to see you there. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Nah, well played, fam.
Wicked. Well, listen, buy your ticket. We'll see you there. Eventbrite, tickets are there. See you soon. Let's go over to the main side. Come on.